Hey guys, come on downstairs. We're playing Edmonton Oilers hockey here on Mama's Basement. It is episode number 53, and we are doing the week of January 21st through the 27th, and then we will do January 28th through February 3rd. There's 5 games: Boston, Ottawa, Tampa Bay, and then Nashville and the New York Islanders. 4 of the 5 will be on the road, starting with game number 49 against the Boston Bruins in Boston. The Bruins are 1-2-0 on their current homestand. They are having a disappointing season by Boston Bruins standards. Tuukka Rask, 12-15 with a 2.34 goals against average, and 3 shutouts on the year will start for the Bees. Cam Talbot, 10-9-3 record, a 2.56 goals against average will start for us. So we pick things up in the first period with no score, 14-12 remaining. Here's Vetrano. Vetrano carries it into the neutral zone. Vetrano is going to carry it across the blue line. Nobody's stopping him. And then he will send it around the boards, where it is picked up and sent out to the opposite point to Krug. And Krug's shot is deflected by an Oilers player. As you can see, Letestu gets a stick out there. It deflects off Letestu's stick and gets past Cam Talbot. It's 1-0 Bruins in the first. On the right side, sending a shot towards net. That one goes past it wildly. Here's Bolesky. Bolesky into the corner, pass to the middle. And I think it was Krejci who scores. David Krejci's 3rd goal of the season. 2-0. Bruins with the lead. 5:56 to go in the first. Letestu has it. He gets it out to Beck. Beck off the boards to Cassian on the left wing. He carries it through the neutral zone to Beck. Beck coming down the slot. Shot from the right side by Letestu. It's covered up by Tuukka Rask. And then it comes loose and gets sent into the corner. With 1:27 to go, Boston on a power play. 40 seconds left on the advantage. And here is Daly to the middle. And the shot by, I think it was Bergeron, is stopped by Talbot. And that will end the first period with the Bruins leading 2-0. Here in Boston, we head to the second. Midway through period number 2, here's Krug. On the left side, Krug has it knocked away by Milan Lucic, and then he is hit from behind, and Lucic is going to get a penalty, and that is going to be a 5-minute major on the cross-check, and a game misconduct, as Milan Lucic will head to the showers early as he throws Krug into the boards. A game misconduct, and Milan Lucic is sent off packing to the locker room. 8:32 to go, another penalty on Edmonton has made it a 5-on-3 for the next minute and 15 seconds. Still 2-0. Boston carries it into the zone. To the middle, right in front of the net. The shot is saved, and Nurse is going to clear it the length of the ice for the Oilers. 1:20 to go on the power play. It's a 5-on-4 now. Here is Yakupov. Yakupov to Bergeron. Shot saved. Another one saved by Talbot. 1:58 to go in the second. Connor McDavid, through the neutral zone, sends it into the opposite end. Pouliot will beat it out. And his pass to the front of the net is stopped by Tuukka Rask. 1:30 to go. Here come the Bruins on the right wing. Back to the middle. Centering pass, shot, score. And I think that was Bolesky. Matt Bolesky's 10th goal of the year. A nice patient play in the corner by Boston, waiting for Bolesky to come into the window. And Boston leads at 3-0 at the second intermission. We head to the third period looking for an Oilers comeback. 17 minutes to go in the third. On the left wing, here is Draisaitl. Draisaitl. Toe drag. Back out to the point to Sekera. Over to the right to Nurse. Behind the net. Back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl gets it to Maroon. Cross-crease pass to Chasen, and it is stopped by Tuukka Rask. 15:25 to go. McQuaid on the face-off wins it for Boston. Here's Hayes behind the net. Hayes into the right corner, gets it to the middle. Shot deflected in. And that one looks like it was Spooner. Ryan Spooner's 6th goal of the year makes it 4-0 Boston, working on a blowout of the Oilers here. Turnover. Boston coming the other way on a 3-on-2. On the right wing, backs it out to the point. Again to the wing, centering pass, knocked away by the Oilers. Behind the net, shot, scores! It is 5-0 Bruins. And that was Matt Bolesky, his second goal of the night. The Bruins go on to win 6-0. 41 shots for the Bees, 25 for the Oilers. 63.2% passing is not where we'd like to be. We were 0 of 1 on the power play. The Bruins were 0 of 3. And we won the faceoff battle 22-20. Matt Bolesky with 2 goals. Tuukka Rask with 25 saves in the shutout. And Hayes had 3 assists for the Bruins. Second game of the episode. It is game number 50 on the season. We are in Ottawa to take on the Ottawa Senators. And we start this one off in the third period with the Oilers leading 5-4. Fane over to the right side to Reinhart. And then McDavid has it taken away, but McDavid gets it back. McDavid will skate it out to the point. Get it over to the left to Fane. Back to Reinhart. Reinhart shot from the point, and it is in as McDavid. He didn't deflect it. He just stepped out of the way as he was screening Anderson right here. You can see the shot. McDavid steps out of the way. It gets past Anderson. And the Oilers lead 6-4 with 6:15 to go in the third. Here is Smith for the Senators into the neutral zone. Carried into the Oilers zone. Back out to the point. And the shot is stopped by Brossoit. And he will hold on. 5 minutes to go now. Face-off won by the Senators. Weidman sends it behind his net around the boards to Lusty. Has it for the Oilers. He sends it behind the net. And it was underneath Anderson. And it was loose. And then it was pushed in by an Oilers player. We'll look at the replay of that. Anderson waited for his teammate to pick it up, and his teammate put it right into his skates, and then it was pushed in by the Oilers. 7-4, Oilers with the win in game number 50. Connor McDavid with the goal for the Oilers, and 3 assists, 4 points on the day for Connor McDavid. Good game for him, and Ottawa outshoots us 42-27. That's a trend we don't want to see continuing, as the Bruins outshot us by pretty close to that same margin in the last game. Ottawa was 1 of 3 on power plays. We were 1 of 2. And we head to game number 51 on the road on the Gulf Coast of Florida against Tampa Bay. Third period. 17-17 to go. Tampa Bay leading 4-1. And the Lightning have it. They carry it into the zone. Larson takes it away, but then he cannot get it out. Filppula keeps it in, and the shot is deflected in off of Talbot. And it's 5-1 Tampa Bay. That was Mike Camilleri, his 15th goal of the season. As you can see him get it underneath the arm, but over the pad of Talbot. 12:35 to go in the third. The Lightning chase it down in the right corner, back out to the point. Shot is going to hit an Oilers player. That is Draisaitl, and it hit him right in the head and knocked him on his back. Draisaitl's going to head to the locker room with a likely concussion. 9:40 to go. And Tampa Bay, we've got a broken stick. Clefbaum picks up the loose puck, gets it to Eberle on the wing. Eberle through the neutral zone. Over to Lucic on the right side. Lucic on the wing. Back to McDavid. McDavid shot. Saved by Vasilevsky. Eberle had a chance to tap in that rebound, but Vasilevsky gets on it for Tampa Bay. McDavid can't believe that didn't end up in the net. A 5-1 win for the Tampa Bay Lightning here in game number 51. Vasilevsky, 33 saves. Filppula had a goal and an assist. And Steven Stamkos with a goal and an assist as well for the Lightning. This time we outshot Tampa Bay 34-24. We still end up with a lopsided loss as Brossoit gives up 5 goals on just 24 shots. And so the first week of this episode, we go a disappointing 1-2, and now we head off after a long break to maybe get healthy and get some injuries healed up. Game number 52 against the Nashville Predators back home. And we are in Edmonton for Wednesday night rivalry. You can see the Nashville Predators are third in the entire NHL in the point standings there. Cam Talbot will start for us after a lengthy break. He should be well rested, a 2.71 goals against average, and Pekka Rinne will go for the Preds. So it will be a challenge to beat this team, as they are well known for being one of the more physical teams in the NHL. Here comes Forsberg into the zone. Forsberg, shot saved by Talbot, a nice glove save by Cam Talbot. We're tied up at 1 here in the third period. This is where we pick up the action. Jaromir Jagr, and it's loose in the Predators zone, picked up by the Oilers. Reinhart across to Fane, back to Reinhart. Reinhart's going to skate it to the right wing. Reinhart in front of the net, gets it to Beck on the right side, and Beck cannot stuff it home. Very nice pass by Reinhart. Still tied with 4:40 to go in the third period. Here's Cassian on the right wing. Cassian back to the middle to Nurse. Nurse shot from the high slot, goes over the top of the net. McDavid's able to keep it in. McDavid on the left side. He skates it behind the net to the right corner. McDavid looking. McDavid sends it back around the board, just picked up by Lucic. Lucic back to the middle to McDavid. And McDavid scores with 3:59 to go in the third. The Oilers take the lead. Second goal of the game for Connor McDavid. A great pass by Lucic right to the front of the net, and McDavid was there to beat Pekka Rinne 5-hole. 2-1 Oilers with 3:40 to go. Trying to hang on and get the second win of this episode. A horrible turnover right in front of the net, but the Predators cannot capitalize. Here's Lucic. Lucic through the neutral zone, and he just sends it in. 30 seconds left. The Predators are pulling their goalie back out to the point, and the shot goes wide. Behind the net, Predators have it. Shot from Nil, picked up by Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins gets it out to Maroon. Maroon on the left side. He's got an open net to shoot at, and he scores. Puts it in the back of the open net. And that will cement the Oilers' victory. A very hard-fought game and an impressive win against a very good opponent. A 3-1 win for the Oilers. Connor McDavid with 2 goals. Cam Talbot with 20 saves. Patrick Maroon with 1 goal. And we outshot Nashville 24-21. It was a slugfest of a game. 16 hits to 6 for us. 74% passing to 65%. We were 0-1 on the power play, as were they. And the face-off battle was a draw at 17 apiece. We head to game number 53, final game of these 5 games in this episode. And we picked this one up in the third period on the road, that is, at Barclays Center in Brooklyn against the New York Islanders. 8:37 to go in the third, and the Islanders leading 2-1. Here's Toulouse, shot score! Toulouse from the high slot, and he simply beat, I think it's Yaroslav Halak, on the glove side, I think. Yes, he beats Halak on the glove side. Top shelf, and it is tied up at 2. 40 seconds to go now. Here is Nikolai Kulemin. Kulemin has it in the neutral zone, ahead to Grabowski. Mikhail Grabowski, right in front of the net. Shot saved by Talbot. 34 seconds to go in the third. We're all tied up. We head to a shootout as overtime does not do it. And in the shootout, the Islanders, with a forehand-backhand game winner. So we do earn a point. As you see, the forehand-backhand game-winning goal for the Oilers. Cizikas and Prince had goals, for the Islanders. Cizikas and Prince had goals for the Islanders, and Yaroslav Halak had 40 saves on the day. The Isles win at 3-2 in the shootout. So in this episode, we end up going 2-2-1 and earning 5 points out of it. We'll take it. We had some pretty tough opponents. And a quick look at the standings now, where we're at. The playoff picture in the Western Conference: San Jose, Anaheim, and Calgary. In the Pacific, in the Central, Chicago, Nashville, and Colorado. We're at 53 points, only 2 points behind Calgary, who is at third spot in our division. And the wild card, Minnesota and Dallas, and we are just outside looking in, and 1 point behind Dallas for that final playoff spot as far as the wild card goes. So we are right in the mix of the playoff race as we head down the stretch here in Edmonton Oilers franchise year number 2. And we'll take a quick look at there's a lot of teams, though, coming down the stretch. There's a lot of teams are jam-packed in that race. And a quick look at the Eastern Conference. Buffalo, Toronto, and Florida have a pretty sizable lead on the rest of their division. Pittsburgh, Washington, and the Islanders lead the Metropolitan. The wild card teams would be the Flyers and the Rangers. And another log jam there between Philadelphia, the Rangers, and all the way down to Tampa Bay in that wild card list of teams. Again, Boston, Montreal, and Detroit disappointing down there in the Atlantic Division. Very surprising to see Buffalo, Toronto, and Florida as your leaders in the Atlantic. All right, that is the end of Edmonton Oilers franchise episode number 53. Here on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming, we will have more Oilers episodes forthcoming as we continue the home stretch of year number 2 to try to get another shot at the playoffs and see if we can have some more success this time around for our Edmonton Oilers.